Good morning. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone is blessed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, having the last laugh for sure. Oh, bum, bum, bum. How is everybody? Dave Daly, good morning. Chelsea Darts, good morning, my brother. SOG, good morning. Mankman, yes, brother. Anthony Ed, good morning. Stephen AKA, good morning. Fungo, good morning. Peter, good morning. Great content yesterday with Matt. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it was class. It was class. It was Spanish. It did the world of good. It did, mate. It did. It was fucking really good. At the end of the day, I haven't sparred in fucking a very long time. Not very fit. Been focused on, and Matt's the same. He wasn't very fit, but well, I found it hard. I'm not going to lie. I found it hard to land on Matt. You know, usually I like to press forward, push the pace, try and stay in people's face. But with Matt's boxing experience, he was jab 1-2 and off. You know, it was 1-2 left hook, and his sneaky left hook was long and round the edge, and then he was out off to his left or to his right. I found it really difficult because with me standing upright, usually when someone steps to the right or left, I usually fling a leg kick, stops them from moving right or left. So with me standing upright and just parrying from there, when they shoot, bang, that's when I chop. But obviously, with the boxing side of stuff, it's a little bit different. It won't take me long to catch on. You know, at the end of the day, there's a massive difference from K1 to boxing. You know, boxing make themselves thin, and they stand more. They make themselves thin, and they offer the lead leg. You know, a lot of the balance is on their lead leg. You know, where K1 fighters are more upright, more square on, and I found it difficult because I was more square on, because I was stood right upright. Matt made it hard for me to land. But fucking hell, what a guy he is. The man's a beast. The man's a living legend, man. Beast. Absolutely enjoyed it. Matt looked awesome. He did. You know what it is as well? Like, even the unfit Matt, which we sparred yesterday, I was unfit myself. We done 3 rounds, and we were both blown out my ass. But it's fair to say it's like riding a bike for Matt. And similar for myself, it's like riding a bike. You never really lose it. The only thing you lose is your endurance and your fitness. Now, when I was sparring with Matt, I could feel that his boxing experience was far out exceeded anything I've ever experienced. You know, I've sparred with bare knuckle boxers, I've sparred with good fighters, I've sparred with world champion fighters. You know, K1, Muay Thai. That was the first time I've ever felt a little out of place, if I'm being honest. You know, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I decided the last round I needed to push the pace, get in his face a little bit, and try and keep on top of him. And it was good. It was good, really good. I'd like to spar Matt was both fit. You know, it'd probably be harder for me, but I would love to spar Matt if we were both fit, and a bit of a camp would be good. I'm sure he will feel the same as zero legs and feet wearing the equation, different disciplines and fighting styles too. T-Gun, thank you, mate. Thank you, my brother. Good morning, everyone. Also took it off for a while. Can you order custom printed t-shirts, Paul? Oh, so I've ran a sponsorship deal, which I'll probably tag him in the description. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Thanks for the gifts, brother. Yeah, it's called Sense Clothing. I will be tagging his website on my community page and his links to his social media. Once I suss out, I'll do it. But yeah, give him a message, give him a follow on Instagram. I'm sure he can print what t-shirt you want, you know, providing it's Sense Clothing. Yeah. Will you be doing any sparring with Matt Paul? Mad to think he's fought AJ and James Toney. It's mad, mate. It's mad. Listen, man, the man's a legend, man. I absolutely love being in his presence. Never mind sparring with him. Even if he just said, come through and meet me, I'd have drove through anyway and met him just to meet him. You know, I wasn't too fussed. I was over the moon to be able to spar with him, but even just going through and meeting the man would have been fucking fantastic. Absolutely. After the spar, leg kick. Yeah, well, look, Well, after the boxing, I said to Matt, we'll spark A1 next time. And he just said, you'll have to give me time to learn how to leg kick. But no, listen, at the end of the day, I would love to spar Matt again, boxing. Like I said, I learned a lot from Matt yesterday. It was very humbling experience, you know, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. I really did. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You come into your own in the third round. He's a unit of a man. Oh wow, he's massive, by the way, absolutely huge. He's the guy's 20 stone, man, and fucking moves fast as well. Like really fast. Matt's your typical natural hard bastard who's good at who's been disciplined in boxing, you know, and that goes a long way because Matt's got something you can't teach, and that's just this calmness and this gentleman aura that you know that you could just flip in a switch and he just go in kill mode anytime he wanted to, you know, and it was fucking absolutely amazing to be around him, honestly. What are the chances of you doing some training with my son? He's obsessed with boxing, but you're miles away. Listen, if anyone wants to do any training with me, go over to my Instagram, Paul Venice 222. Drop me a message. Anyone can book in. Anyone can come down and do any training with me anytime they want, mate. Just got to book in and see what slots I've got free. Not a problem. Peter Sky morning, mate. Good morning, autistic man. Listen, I know I've set up members to do members on my YouTube. So what I was thinking about doing next time I do spar. Next time I do train, I'm going down to train with Mick Terrell tomorrow. So I'm probably going to start posting stuff for members only. You know, when it comes to the training, when it comes to the sparring footage. I've just sussed out to do it. I've been looking through them from my YouTube, and I'm probably going to start posting the sparring footage on members only for the members only. It's only 99p, so if anyone wants to become a member, then they can do that. But I will start showing my sparring footage with the members only. Just a thought. I might do. I might not. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I don't think it's a bad idea. To be fair, if people are taking the time to become a member, then why not give something back? Do you know what I mean? Lewis Smits, I'm done talking about it now. I'm done answering questions. Like, listen, I've said everything I need to say on the man. Yeah, that's me done now. I'm done. You know, onwards and upwards. Positivity only. You know, mental health's intact. Recovery's going well. I've got some decent content coming for you guys. Like I said, I'm traveling tomorrow. I'm going to be training alongside Mick Terrell and his boys down that way. So yeah, I just want to get fit again. You know, I do want to continue to lift weights, but I want to get fit as well. You know, that was a bit of an eye opener yesterday with my. You got to remember, guys, as well. That was last minute. You know, I was traveling down there for a night away with the wife. You know, and when I posted on my Instagram, anyone down here wants to meet up or anything like that, someone mentioned that you're not far away from Matt Legg. So that's why I reached out to Matt Legg. And when I reached out with him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you're only half an hour away." So I thought, "Fuck it, I've got my gear in the back. Does he fancy a few rounds?" And yeah, so we went through and done a few rounds. Fucking brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. No more mentioning of him. That's it, mate. No more mentioning of him now. That's it. We're done. Mick Terrell got a massive rematch coming up. Adam's massive headline. Perry versus Alvarez. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping. I think Mick's injured. Mick's training through an injury now. Mick's doing really well. He's training. He's a beast of a man. I would love to have a move around with him. No doubt, same would probably happen with what happened with Matt. I probably won't lay a glove on him, and he'll teach me a lesson. But hey, listen, it is what it is. It's all learning curve for me. I'm willing to go down there and hopefully get a few rounds in. If not, just training alongside him would be amazing. Just going down there, training with the boys, training alongside Mick Terrell would be good. Could be a good move, mate, getting around North East Country sparring. Well, it is. I've reached out to a lot of lads. Where was the gym you were in? The gym I was in Milton Keynes. I'm not sure what it was called. Yeah, but anyway, I've reached out to a lot of fighters, a lot of decent lads. Hopefully get round and spar with a few decent lads. Yeah. Paul, how about another spar with DC? Again, it's on the cards. I could spar with Danny. I could travel through and spar with Danny, or you can come through here. Yeah. Matt Legg for his age can still really good. Yeah, Matt Legg's an amazing man. Honestly, listen. The last time I sparred was about 9 months ago against Lucas Probiak. And Luke, if you don't know who Lucas is a bare knuckle champion. Fights on Gramada. He's a Polish guy. They call him the GOAT. He's a beast of a man. The last time I sparred was Lucas. It was with Lucas, and No disrespect to Lucas. I've got a massive respect for Lucas. Again, I wasn't that fit, but I outclassed Lucas. I was a bit too much for him. You know, I piled the pressure on him, kept close to him. He didn't really know what to do. He couldn't really keep me off. You know, but Lucas was catching me. He was hitting me. But I knew every time Lucas landed on me, I would hit him as well. You know, and I think that's a bit of a worrying sign when the fighter's willing to get hit just to land there one. And I could see Lucas. It put Lucas off. He didn't want to let go. He didn't want to fling a shot because he knew every time he committed with a shot, I was going to land on him. Now the difference is with Matt. This is where experience shows. I was thinking the same in my head. Every time Matt hits me, I'll hit him because I knew I wasn't. His skills were a bit better than mine, and you know he was a bit of a better mover. So I thought, right, whilst he's hitting me, I'll hit him. So every time Matt went 1-2, then I'd start swinging. He was off. He was out the way. He was either stepping right or left. He wasn't there to hit. But hey, listen, learning curve, fucking brilliant. Just being told my twin boys were non-verbal, watching how you are with your daughter. I was down about it, but seeing you change my mindset about it. Oh, mate, that's amazing, John. Thank you very much, mate. There. See, this is the reason why I post stuff about my little girl. This is the reason why I'll always talk about autism, because of stuff like this. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, mate. And listen, at the end of the day, mate, it can be hard. I'm going to be honest with you. Having non-verbal children, you know, autistic children can be hard. But let me tell you something. The rewards outweigh any type of hardship or any type of struggles that you have around these non-verbal autistic kids. The rewards are worth the weight in gold, man. Honestly, they're priceless. They're fucking priceless. So you just wait, mate, because you'll constantly have a smile on your face every time you watch these kids. You know, me and my missus will be watching telly, and my little autistic daughter's running up and down and doing some stuff, and we find ourselves just pressing pause and just watching her, you know, just staring at her and just watching her and thinking, wow, she's amazing, man. You know, because she's not like normal kids. She just isn't, and the things that she does is just fucking amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Lewis, I agree with. I think Paul regretted if he never had a fight on the BKFC. Maybe I will. You know, I already regret not fighting anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. When Paul fought, it dropped me from 18 plus 21. Joined the gym, considering testosterone, I suppose, do me, but also made me realise health is important. Very important, mate. Health is important. Lindsay, watching you, Matt is a top bloke. Matt is a top bloke, mate. I've got a friend 13 autism, but spiritually, physique is not disability, but a difference of ability. I like that, mate. I like that. Jim Rockford, good morning, mate. Good morning. Like I said, guys, most of the training footage I'm going to get over the next few weeks. I'm open to travel. I'm open to be sparring with a few decent heavyweights, a few decent boys. And any of the footage that I'll probably get, I'll post the training footage and I'll post my reactions and stuff like that for everyone to see. But I think I'm going to use the sparring footage just for members only. So if you aren't already a member, go click the membership button. You know, any money that I do bring in from memberships will be going to an autism charity. You know, I don't mind making money off the views. That's where I'll get my monthly money off the YouTube. I'll make money on the views. I'll monetize my channel, all that stuff. But any money that I get from the memberships will all go to charity every month, and I'll show that as well. So if you aren't already a member, click the membership button. My sons are extremely violent. It's hard to graft. Do you know what? Like, see, when my little girl has meltdowns, she's the same, mate. She's extremely violent, but she's violent to herself. She's violent to herself. She nips herself, bites herself. She punches herself and everything, man. It's horrible. She whacks her head against the wall. It's fucking horrendous to watch, but you know, very helpless. It's horrible. Your hands look fast, Matt. How far away are you from the best fighting weight? Your hands look fast, Matt. How far away are you from the best fighting weight? Well, I am 100 and I'm 17 stone. I think my fighting weight is 15 and a half, 16 stone. I think I fight better at 16 stone. So I'm probably a stone too heavy, but I am carrying a lot of muscle as well. So, you know, when I'm 16 stone, when I'm 17 stone of just looseness, where I'm not, because I can walk around at 16, 17 stone just from fucking eating. But I find that when I'm carrying muscle the way I am, I tend to stiffen up. You know, I tend to lose a little bit more agility and technical side of stuff. I can't twist it to punches as much, you know, because I've got a big torso and I've got a big thick, my lats are coming on, you know, my shoulders and my back's a bit wide. So it stiffens me up. It does. I struggle to move around. Yeah. Digging on your content, Paul. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. God bless, brother. Yeah, that dog's doing my head. Tony started doing Pride and Respect and Neston Sports Academy. You would consider doing those kind of fights again for content, Paul? Do you know what? I probably would. The money would have to be right as well, though. I'd want a decent pay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tony Robbo looked after us years ago. You know, £1,000 was a lot of money to jump off the set and go and fight someone. And Tony used to look after us. He did. Big respect to Tony. When we used to fight on them shows, he used to really look after us. Paul, what's your opinion about boxing, Muay Thai, or MMA? I know you need serious spot to step in the ring, but boxing is half a fight compared to kickboxing. Well, listen, you've got to remember, in my eyes, combat sports has evolved. You know, it has evolved. Sorry if I missed the comments. I'm going to have a little bit of a rant now. Combat sports has evolved. Now, boxing is boxing. K1 is K1, Muay Thai is Muay Thai. MMA is MMA. Now, if you can put all them sports together, boxing, K1, Muay Thai, MMA, you know, you have a good stand-up of striking where you've got your knees, elbows, kicking, and you've got the grappling side of stuff. You are a complete fighter. I think, me personally, I think Muay Thai or K1 fighter, stand-up beats a boxer. I think grappling, K1, I think, for me, if the K1 lad can catch him early, he puts the grappler asleep. If the grappler gets the striker on the floor, it's game over. Now, you put all that together, you have a complete fighter. You have a complete fighter. Now, that for me is what most people are now. They are complete fighters. I mean, look, when I was training in K1, I did a lot of grappling. I did a lot of catch wrestling. You know, I was training in jiu-jitsu. I did it for about 3 or 4 years. So I do have basic grappling. I can defend a takedown and I can defend myself off my back. Now, that being said, I'm nowhere near an accomplished grappler or a wrestler. I just have the basic. I have basic grappling defense, basic grappling offense as well, but not really much. Do you know what I mean? If I come against the top grappler, I'm probably going to come unstuck. But as a striker, I can defend myself against takedowns. Now, as a striker, you need to be able to defend yourself against takedowns. That's being said. Now, the reason why I'll always say, for me, my opinion, a K1 fighter will beat a good boxer. Average K1 fighter will beat an excellent boxer, simply because of leg kicks. Now, a boxer will offer his front leg. Now, a boxer's legs is everything to him. Now, if a K1 fighter kicks a boxer 2 or 3 times in his leg, especially in his lead leg, it's game over. It's game over. I promise you, I come from the boxing world. And when I walked into a Muay Thai gym and a K1 gym, let me tell you something. Getting kicked in the leg was fucking horrendous. Like you just rendered powerless. You know, you're instantly demobilized. You just cannot move. You know, 2 or 3 leg kicks in the same spot and you are fucked. Now, that being said, I believe boxers' hands are better than K1 lads. Now, that's why K1 lads use leg kicks. You know, they have better feet. Now, I think feet are the ultimate equalizer, especially leg kicks. Because even a teep, you know, front teep, bosh, even that threw me off. It's a fucking difficult thing to learn. But once you get it, it's perfect. The clinch aspect, Muay Thai absolutely ruins K1 fighters and boxers. Yeah, I think the clinch game is a fucking hard thing to get used to as well. And it does. You know, I remember taking a Muay Thai fight and the guy kept clinching and kneeing. You know, but he was constantly kneeing, and he would swipe me as well. And I really come unstuck for a while, you know, until I caught him and put him to fucking sleep. But luckily I did, because I was losing that fight. That was dog. Good morning, mate. You go strong like Paul. Thank you, mate. Liam Harrison is there with any boxer's weight. Imagine Liam Harrison in there with any boxer's weight. He would kick them into next week. I agree. If a boxer lands through, it's game over. Most better skilled strikers with their hands, better movement. You've got to understand, mate, if a K1 fighter fights a boxer and he's a better mover, what's he going to do when he's been kicked in the legs 3 or 4 times? He's going to stop moving. This Decker thinks a joke now. You wouldn't think that. I'm not talking about. If I'm just going to be honest, guys, if you mention Decker more than once or twice, you will be banned from my live. I'm going to remove you. Chelsea Holmes, how some of these Muay Thai and kickboxers condition sessions, etc., is mental. Oh God, I did it for I remember I used to do it for about 8 months, and I end up with a big rolling pin just clogging my shins and rolling them up and down, and you just hear the crunch on your shins. What actually happens when you condition your shins is you actually put tiny fractures in the bone on your shin, and when it heals, an extra matter of bone grows over the top of that bone, and it just makes it harder, and you kill all the nerves in your shin bone as well. Ever train at Middlesbrough Fight Academy? No, I haven't, mate. Thank you, mate. Have you seen Krav Maga, mate? Yeah, I've seen Krav Maga. Isn't that like a Israeli fucking martial arts? What they all use over there? I think the Krav Maga is used in. It's more like Israeli, Saudi. Don't their special forces use Krav Maga? Sure they do. I've seen it all over there. Destroy all the nerves as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, mate. Felt privileged to watch a spar, mate. Look like you felt privileged. Imagine how I felt in the ring with one of the boxing's legends, Matt Legg. You realise who Matt Legg's boxed as well. Not just Anthony Joshua, like James Toney. He sparred. He was telling me sparring stories and all sorts yesterday. It was fucking amazing to be sitting there listening to this guy who sparred with like Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora. Wow. And yet I'm there getting punched in the face off by the beast. Was fucking class. Matt Legg is a beast, He's a proper strong man. Honestly. Rachel, good morning. Was sparring yesterday. Thank you, Nick. You saw shoulder. You are always rubbing your right shoulder. Mate, my shoulders are fucked, man. My shoulders are fucked. Really sore. I haven't lifted weights now for 6 days. I'm trying to give it a rest because of my shoulders. Are you and Matt going to stay in touch, Paul? I always thought you two would be. Me and Matt have been speaking for nearly 2 years now. Be like I says to Matt yesterday, I feel like I already know you. I feel like I've already met you. Don't get me wrong. I was very pleased to meet Matt yesterday. Like over the moon, overwhelmed. And I was very overwhelmed. It was a fucking humbling experience to meet Matt. A lot of people don't know this, but I heard of Matt when I was in prison. I was a young guy and I landed in prison. And there was a lad from down south, a lifer called Tony Hubbard. And I was running around like a lunatic, going mad, going crazy. And he says, you remind me of a lad I know. I says, who? He said, Matt Legg. And I was like, fuck off, who's he? So he was telling me about a few stories about Matt. And, anyway, I didn't pay any attention to it. And I get out of jail. And here he is, Matt Legg, fucking knocking the fucking lumps out of fucking people on telly. And I was like, wow. And then when I looked into his story and stuff like that, I started to realise that he's the real deal, man. He was the real deal. His story, go watch his podcast. I watched his podcast last night. Go watch his podcast on Sean Atwood. You'll see, man. The guy was the real deal, man. And not only that, he turned his life around, become a professional boxer. His YouTube channel's flying. He puts out good content, and he's just so honest and genuine. Such a gentleman. So honest and kind and gentle, and yeah, such a man. But do you know what I admire about him? Is because I can see in an instant, if he wanted to, he could fucking snap you in two. He's got that look in his eye where, if things go wrong, he's willing to face him head on. His first line of defense is attack, and it shines right out of him. Do you know what I mean? And you can just see, some of the stories he was telling me about, getting into fights and being it with knuckle dusters and getting it with, oh man. Honestly, he's it was fucking class. Honestly, it was class. It was absolutely brilliant, man. I was driving home, just thinking about it, thinking, wow, as if I've just been with Matt Legg, sharing a ring with Matt Legg. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of how it went, listen. At the end of the day, I held my head up. I held my head high. Went through a few of the comments and saying a couple of shitty comments, but fuck me. At the end of the day, listen, I'm in there with Matt Legg. Who gives a fuck? Just had my head punched in off a fucking big strong guy, Matt Legg, and he's a legend, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. Lee Marvin Hitchman in the house. Yes, brother. Hope you're well, my man. If you don't already subscribe to Lee's channel, go give it a subscribe. He's a decent bloke, good man. Grin for me to hear. Yeah. Fucking brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. He stays out of all the drama. He does, mate. He does. You know, and that's the path I want to take down now. You know, he's very inspiring, some of the stuff that he said as well. Do you know what I mean? And you know, and he is only human, and the way he was talking and that, I could really relate. You know, and I took a lot from that yesterday, not just about the boxing and the sparring. And I just thought, you know what? Yeah, it's exactly how I want to be. Now, my channel's going to be on a different path. I'm going to be driving around, trying to meet decent fighters, trying to get in there, spar with the lads. You know, regardless of how it goes. Listen, I'll always post my sparring content. You know, if the lads want to spar and they agree to let me film it, I'll post it, regardless of how it goes. If I get my head punched in, I get my head punched in. I'll go down there and I'll spar and I'll drive around and spar with anyone. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to get Jack Draper down next. I really want to spar with Jack. Me and Jack have spoke about this for time, man. Been speaking to Jack for a very long time, and we spoke about it for a very long time as well. So I think the next step is getting Jack Draper down. But I'm going down to train with Mick Terrell tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm not saying if I'm going to be sparring with him or not, because I know he's in training and he's in camp, so I don't really want to put any pressure on sparring with him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm looking forward to going down there and training with Mick tomorrow. Kevin G, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. That means a lot, mate. You and Jack will be awesome content. It will, mate. It will. You know, and listen, I'm going to put it right out there now. Like, Jack fights how you need to fight against me. You know, because I like to step forward, I like to walk forward. I mean, Matt was a perfect example of it. 1-2, left hook, get out the way. You know, 1-2, out the way. That's how you need to fight me. I think I'm always going to walk forward. I'm always going to be easy to hit. But I think if you're going to fight me and you're going to beat me, you need to be, your footwork needs to be on point. You need to get out the way. You need to move. You cannot be in my firing line, because I don't mind getting hit, and I will take 1 or 2 shots to land, man. And I think Jack Draper does that really well. I think Jack fights well on the back foot. He can come forward as well, you know, but he's very elusive. Moves very, very well. Very well. You know, and yeah, I'll be looking for. Oh, Bully Gang 22. Yes, my brother. If anyone could go subscribe to Bully Gang, be greatly appreciated. The man's making moves in the dog world. He's fighting to get this ban lifted from the XLs. He's making moves, man. Can people go follow him? I will be doing a live with Bully Gang very soon, getting him on. The guy's doing a lot for the community around the dog world. Go give him a shout. Big love, Bully Gang. We'll get something set up and we'll do a live soon. Need to kickboxing with Jack as well, even the odds man. I can't expect to be doing kickboxing in K1 with these boxers, because it's a different world, man. It's total different. It's total different. Are you thinking of fighting again? If so, boxing K1 or bare knuckle? I would fight in any organisation as long as the money was right. If the money's right, I'll fight. Are you heavyweight, Paul, in K1? Yes, mate. I was heavyweight. I was a heavyweight fighter. Right, guys. Last 5 minutes. I'm going to jump off. If you aren't already a member, become a member. The sparring footage that I do get in the future will only be shown to members only. I will be talking about reactions. I will be talking about the reactions. I will be putting content out there for you guys who aren't members, so don't worry about that. But if you do want to become a member, just click the membership button. It's 99 pence, and all the sparring footage will be shown to only members. So yeah. But anyway, guys, if you don't want to, you don't need to. Don't worry about it. All the money will be going to an autism charity. So yeah, no problem, guys. Again, guys, if you can go subscribe to Bully Gang 22, be greatly appreciated. The man's doing great in the dog world, absolutely amazing. Also, guys, go over to my community page. I've landed a nice sponsorship deal, a partnership deal with Sense Clothing. If you want to go over, I've posted his website there. If you want to go over, check his clothing out. I think you can message him on Instagram or message him on, or have a look on his website. The clothing is top quality, and it's sense, common sense. One of the t-shirts that stood out to me, which was absolutely amazing, was I am a human male. And that's how simple it was. You know, with all the world is and how fucking crazy people are getting now around the gender and equality and all this other shit, which I won't get into today. I think the clothing makes sense. I think it's fucking brilliant. That's one of the reasons why I jumped all over this. When the offer was there to become to do a partnership with him, I thought, right, this is right up my street, because it is common sense. You know, all this other shit, you know, that the news portray, that, you know, all these big fucking top celebrities talking around, fucking talking about gender equality and fucking, it's just, it knocks me bad, it knocks me sick. It doesn't exist in my world. So if you want to go over to the Sense Clothing, go check my community page out, give him a follow on Instagram, and have a look on his website. Bully Gang, give him a follow. Big love, guys. Appreciate every person that's been in the live. Appreciate everyone that's gifted. Appreciate everyone that's become a member. Appreciate anyone that's took the time to comment, and everyone who's here for me. You know, remember, guys, without you guys listening to me, I'm talking to myself. You know, the message that I'm trying to put out there, mental health and addiction. You know, we can. If you're struggling with mental health or addiction and you don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do, you know, drop me a message on Instagram. It's Paul Venice 22, not Paul Venice 222. It used to be Paul Venice 22, but I lost that. It's Paul Venice 222. If you want to know how I address my issues, if you want to know how I address my vulnerabilities and my insecurities on a daily basis, please go over to my Instagram, drop me a message, and I'll tell you exactly what works for me. Now, I do get bombarded with messages, so all I ask is you just be a bit patient. But if you want to know what works for me, you know, the stuff that I've got to do to address this shit, then go over to my Instagram, Paul Venice 222. Drop me a message and we can speak there. God bless, guys. Take care. I will be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to try and keep these lives up. I do enjoy these lives in the morning, and I really appreciate the love, guys. God bless.